New Amazon sellers have it all wrong. They think there's some magical, hard to find winning products out there that are going to change your life overnight and make you tons of money. I'm here to tell you winning products don't exist. You don't find them, you actually create them. And that's the number one thing you need to understand. That's the biggest difference between successful Amazon sellers and Amazon sellers who crash and burn is creating winning products. And this video is going to be your step-by-step blueprint.
So here inside my screen, I want to show you guys exactly what I mean by you don't find winning products, you create them. So if we take a look at these Tommy Hilfiger boxers, right off the bat, we can see these have 400 reviews on Amazon and they have about 200,000 sales rank here. So these are top 1%, right? They sell pretty decently right here. If we take a look down here at the Keep It chart, we can see really nice offer count movement on this product. So we know people actually make money on this item. But what most new sellers get wrong is they'll go ahead and look this item up on Google here, and they'll see that it's going for $25.5 right here, right? Just at the advertised price here. And they'll go ahead and plug this in and they'll say, hey, okay, this item's just about break even. This is not a winning product. And that's where so many new sellers go wrong is they think that stuff's just going to be profitable at the advertised price. That's almost never the case, right? So you don't really find winning products, but this is clearly a winning product to someone because looking at this Keep It chart, the competition's gone down and the price has gone up. So we know people actually make money on this product. So where the expertise and the skill comes in with Amazon All-in Arbitrage and what really differentiates the people that find lots of success and find lots of leads versus those who struggle is in the discounts and in the creation of winning products, basically, because we can all agree what a good listing looks like. But where the expertise comes in is if we can make the numbers work on that product from a profitability perspective. And where so many new sellers go wrong is they think that products are just going to be profitable at the advertised price. And that's almost never the case. You need to be using these different discounts to create winning products right here. So I'm going to show you guys a bunch of examples of what that looks like here. And basically what you want to do is as you're doing product research, which should be storefront stalking when you're a beginner, just looking for proven listings inside the storefronts of other sellers, you can't just rely on expecting to find products profitable at the advertised price that it shows on Google. Products are created. Winning products are created right here. So if we take a look over here on Tommy Hilfiger, we can see there's a 25% off sale right here. We can see 25% off 175 plus. So the buy cost on this is not $25. It's actually 25.5 here minus 25%, which takes this from just about break even to $6.54 profit and a 34% ROI. And that's the name of the game here. So one of the biggest ways to lower your buy cost and create more profit margins is taking advantage of different sales that are going on. And luckily, pretty much once May 1st hit, we're getting into the really easy time of the year for sourcing with, we just had Mother's Day, Memorial Day is coming up, Father's Day is coming up, 4th of July, one of the big daddies of them all, July Prime Day is an incredible time to buy discounted profitable inventory because so many retailers run sales to compete with Amazon's Prime Day. It just means tons of decreased buy costs and loads of increased profit. So holiday sales are a massive lever to create more winning products right here as well. Another one we can take a look at right here is listings that are more profitable FBM compared to FBA. And this is a huge mistake I see tons of beginner sellers make. So if we take a look at this item right here, we can see these Fruit of the Loom underwear right here, 16,000 views. We know this sells well here, 244K ranked. So it's a little bit high ranked here, but taking a look at the offer count movement here, we can see there's a ton of movement on this. We see people make money on this SKU here. So if I go ahead and plug in the $9.60 buy cost that I see here from Walmart, we can see at least $4 profit and a 42% ROI right here. And most people think that to get the FBM numbers, you just subtract the shipping from this profit here, $4. That's not true whatsoever. What you actually have to do is use the SellerAmp merchant fulfilled calculator. And just as a rule of thumb, items that are above 20 bucks but below 1 pound, we can see the weight right here on SellerAmp. We can see this is only 4 ounces here, 10 to FBM, super nice. So the way this actually goes into practice here is if we scroll down here on SellerAmp, we can toggle over to FBM here, and then we need to plug in our FBM costs. So we can see this listing weighs like 4 ounces. This is probably going to ship for like $4.50 or so right here. So we'd see FBA, it's a 42% ROI, but FBM, it's a 46% ROI. And there's tons of listings where you can literally get even more than this. Like sometimes this will ship for $4 based on the weight here. You can literally get, in many cases, like an extra 10% of ROI here, even at the average FBM shipping cost. This one's a little bit lower here, but that's the name of the game. So if you want a full guide on FBM shipping, just go to howtofbm.com, but you'll miss out on so many profitable items if you're not taking advantage of items that are more profitable FBM compared to FBA, but you actually have to go ahead and plug it in right there. Another example of what this looks like too is going to be email signup codes right here. So we can see these Thrive beauty item is here at $40 right here, right? And then we can see over on the Thrive website, it's going for $24 right here. So plugging in 24 right here, we can see that $6 profit. The velocity is good here. So this, from a velocity perspective, is a winning product, but it's not a winning product if it's not profitable. But if other people are selling it, it's profitable for them somehow. So there's got to be some type of discount to make this listing work. So if we take a look here, we can see in the bottom left here, there's actually this 20% email signup code right here. So now I can go ahead and take off 20% from this and take this from a 24% ROI to a 56% ROI. And that's the name of the game right there. So you can use Namecheap to create what's called a catch-all email to go ahead and get unlimited discounts right there. It's incredibly important. So email signup codes are a banger way to lower buy cost and create more profit margins. And really what you need to understand is that each website has one or two tips and tricks that lower the buy cost to create more margin. It could be holiday sales, could be the FBM numbers on certain items where that makes sense, could be email signup codes right there. And a big benefit of joining my coaching program is I'm just going to plug you in on all the different coupons, tips, and tricks for a lot of my favorite websites. So if that's something you're interested in, you can take a look at the link in the description for that. The next example is going to be extension coupon codes. So if we take a look here, we can see these Gap hoodies are going for $43 right here in the buy box on Amazon. They got a 29K rank, so we know people are making money on this. If we take a look over on the Gap website, we can see they're going for $25 right here. And now it's on us to look for additional coupons. Another really good way to do that is going to be Capital One Shopping and Coupon Birds, the free cashback and coupon Chrome extensions here. So for example, testing this out, I added this GF stack code to cart when I added some of these to cart, and it took the buy cost from 25 down to 20, which is about 20%. So now I take this listing from pretty much break even, right? 5% ROI here. I take off 20% from this, and now it becomes $6.50 profit and a 32% ROI, and that's the name of the game right there. But I'm not done. There's another way I can get even more discounts, specifically on Gap Factory, is I can use discounted gift cards from Cardbear here. So if we take a look over on Cardbear and I plug in Gap here, we'd see I can buy big discounted gift cards here. So say I pay $85 for an $100 gift card, that lowers my buy cost significantly here. So now I can go here at 20 and take off 15%. And now this listing becomes 56% ROI. So it's so easy to see this as not a winning product, even though it sells quick. But if it sells quick, it's coming profitable from somewhere. And I can take this literally with that extension signup code here and then take out the discounted gift cards here, and it gets even better, and I can use those on every purchase there, and that's going to be the name of the game. So you definitely want to have Capital One Shopping and Coupon Birds as well. Another big lever is going to be using your Reseller Certificate, aka tax exempt permit, which is real easy to get from your state's website. Just ask ChatGPT how to do it, the correct way in your specific state here. But Walmart is one of those sites that accepts this. So we can see these Time and True sweaters are $13 over on Walmart, and we can see that leaves just about a 23% ROI. So it's not quite there, but you have to remember, this is a 13-ounce product that's above $20. So this is going to FBM super kind here. So if we plug in down here, it's probably going to ship for like, $6 or so right there. So we can see it's only 23% ROI, but I can use my Reseller Certificate to offset the sales tax that I currently have in my seller amp settings here. So now I can take off 5% from this because I have 5% factored in. And now it's pretty much a good product, right? 30% ROI right here. And we can see that historically it's even higher at like 38 right here the past couple months, although I can see it's selling a little bit slower up at 38 there. So I just want to show you guys an example of what that looks like here. But using your Reseller Certificate is incredibly helpful to create more margin as well. And what you really just have to get, guys, that each website has, these tricks you can go ahead and use, and it just creates more winning products here. VitaCost, we can see there's actually a 20% code down here in the bottom left, as well as there's auto ship. So some websites, it'll be subscribe and save where you can just go ahead and cancel it and then reuse it, right? Just cancel it after they ship it. For example, sometimes you got to get a little creative in terms of making new accounts and everything like that, as well as optimizing your cash back strategy too. So we can see Macy's has 6% cash back here. Huge fan of Rakuten cash back. This one I don't actually count in my buy cost. I just think it's like extra money I recommend using, but it's totally not a bad strategy that you can go ahead and add an extra margin. You can combine gift cards and cash back. So make sure whenever not using gift cards, using the highest cash back. Cashback Monitor is a good tool for that too. We're here. Don't count it into the margin, but it definitely doesn't hurt to see this as an added bonus and make sure you maximize it. I hope this video was helpful, guys. I just really want you to understand that if you expect items to be profitable, you're pretty much going to find no winning products. But if you use the different discounts you saw in this video and just track down which discounts exist for which websites, you're going to find a ton of winning products. You're going to see a ton of examples of profitable products you can go ahead and purchase right there. So if it sells quick, it's coming profitably from somewhere. All you have to be able to do is track down the different discounts. And the nice thing is once you know the discounts for a specific website, you can make it good literally forever, because very rarely do the discounts change for a given website. Now, sometimes sales will turn on, then turn off. You get what I'm saying right there. But largely, once you know the discount mechanism that exists for a specific website, you have the key to unlock that brand, website, and those products profitable forever right there. If you just want to get plugged in on a bunch of these tips and tricks right there, specific discounts, it's exactly what I help my private clients do inside my coaching program. So take a look at that at the link in the description. Go ahead and put in your information, apply if you're interested. Got tons of holidays coming up. Got back to school, Prime Day. We got Q4 on the horizon a few months out as well. So excited to help you guys. So if that's something you're looking for and you want personalized one-on-one help directly from me, take a look at that at the link in the description, put in your information and apply. See you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.